campaign 2 days into the new health care being law. Deere and Company predicting a $150 million hit just this year. Caterpillar, $100 million this quarter. AK Steel, $31 million also this quarter. Now, by one account, the health care law could initially shave $14 billion from corporate profits. Donald Trump has been watching all of this very, very closely. He joins us now on the phone. Donald, how are you?
Hi, Neil.
What do you make of these companies saying, oh man, this is going to hit us hard?
Well, people have said that we're going to save money or we're going to spend money on the health care, but nobody really discussed the corporations and the competitive nature of corporations compared to the rest of the world. And I'm just reading about Caterpillar with $100 million and maybe $100 million a quarter. I'm reading about Verizon where they're talking about the numbers are going to be tremendous. And when you add all of that to the health care bill, this country can't afford it, and the competitive nature of our corporations obviously can't afford it.
I'm wondering too, Donald, what happens at big employers like you? I talked to a lot of CEOs who are weighing very closely, very carefully, whether it's worth it in future years to provide health care for their workers when they're facing this 40% tax on Cadillac plans, that maybe the better part of dollar would be junk the plans, they'll pay the penalty, they'll come out cheaper.
Well, people are talking about it. I have a friend who runs a big public company, and he said to me the company's going to spend $200 million a year on health care, and they don't have that kind of money. So people are certainly talking about it. There's no question about it, Neil.
Do you think that when the president earlier today, Don, I know you've been busy and all, but he was talking about we're on our way, and I'm paraphrasing here, to universal coverage. In fact, we do have this side, right? Okay, I want you to listen to this, Don. This is from the president.
Of universal health care coverage in this country, and that's why everybody here fought so hard for it.
All right, I think we clipped that off a little late, but I think the gist was that he sees universal coverage on the way, and this might be a way of getting it, Donald, if you force companies that crunch the numbers to say, well, we're out of our plan and taking the financial hit to join the government's plan because it sure as hell is cheaper than what we're dealing with.
The country has trillions of dollars in deficits. Companies are really between all of the environmental and all of the other problems that are being imposed, Neil, and lots of other things. They're not going to be competitive. I mean, where is this country going to go? What's going to happen in 3 or 4 or 5 years? Where is the country going? They can't afford it, and the companies can't afford it. And I guarantee you, the Chinese companies aren't spending money like this, or they're probably not spending any money. So healthcare is a wonderful concept, and it's there, and I'm totally in favor of healthcare, but you have to make it so that the companies in this country can afford to compete with China and India and other countries.
Well, the administration might be telling them, why don't you junk what you have and you can?
Well, maybe they will, but I think it's not going to be quite so simple, and I think a lot of companies are going to have a hard time doing that, but the cost is tremendous to the competitive nature of companies and how they're going to compete